Hey everybody, this is a quick overview of the Tracer Silver Sport watch. I'm putting this review up because I think this is a fine watch, and if you've come across this review, you're probably familiar with the attraction to Tracer watches is the illumination on the hands, the hour, the minute, and the indices all around is tritium, which is a radioactive gas, and it glows perpetually for, I've heard, about 15 to 20 years. I've read that the watch's illumination is actually guaranteed to 10 years. But it's an excellent watch, and I really was interested in getting one of these, and there's not a lot of Tracer reviews out there. A couple written, not many video reviews, and particularly about this watch is right now a couple vendors online have very good deals on it, whereas it's about half off the original MSRP, and I think it's a fine watch, particularly at the sale price it's going for now. I got this watch from Long Island Watch. Great service, arrived very quickly, and I have nothing bad to say about it, just a nice timepiece. I'm not a watch aficionado, so I don't know all the ins and outs of the construction, but I can tell you some of the basics. The band is an all stainless, brushed stainless. There's no polished on there. It has a nice clasp on it, and it's a double clasp, which is very secure. You really have to push it to pop it into place. Good amount of force, and then the second clasp, the Tracer logo. It also has an extension. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. Right here. Right in there. So if you pop this, it'll open up some more. I've always heard this called the dive extension. I certainly don't dive, but just a nice feature to have. You never know. I apologize for my camera. I hear it focusing, and I'm sure you're going to be able to hear that as well. It's a very clean, uncluttered face. The second hand has a red tip. The second hand also has a very small piece of tritium embedded in it. This is a single direction, unidirectional, rotating bezel. Very, very firm, positive clicks. You're not going to mistakenly brush this and have it click out of place. Really well done. Good craftsmanship there. Sapphire crystal. It's very thin, I think. The diameter to the edge of the crown is 46 millimeters. I don't know what the height is, but just look, I have a pretty small hand, and you can see how it's very thin. This is obviously a quartz watch, looking at the movement. And the back of it. Let's see if we can get that there. It's a polished back. It says up here, Prominent Light Technology, H3 Tracer, Swiss made, water resistant. The water resistance is to, I don't know if you can see that, it's to 200 meters, which is very good. And this is of course a screw down case back and solid edge links, very sturdy. Show you how it looks on my wrist. My wrist is 6 3/4 inches in circumference. I look at it as like a sporty watch, like a hiking, camping, outdoors. I don't know if it's your best choice with a suit, although it definitely wouldn't look bad, but it really has kind of like an outdoor kind of adventure, and I guess it's aptly named Super Sport or Silver Sport. I really like the band a lot. Looks very secure and just solid. I don't go so far as to keep track of the time how much seconds it's gaining or losing. But overall, the time seems to be perfectly accurate. I haven't lost any amount of time that I can actually see. It's got to be negligible. The crown is a screw-down crown. Pretty good feel going in and out. On mine, anyway, you really have to kind of push it a little bit harder than I would like before you can start to get the engagement. I'm always afraid of stripping it out. I don't do it very often, taking it in and out, but just something to be careful of. When you put it in, just really make sure you got the thread going before you get carried away with it. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to put a comment up and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, this is the Traser Silver Sport, Super Sport watch. I don't see it on their site anymore. They had it on their site for a long time as being discounted for 50% off. And I guess they got rid of all the ones they need to get rid of. So they're still out there. Long Island Watch has it at a very good price. I can recommend them. And for more information on Traser, and of course the tritium, I believe their site is a Traser H3 watch. Or if you Google it, you'll find it. Probably the glaring omission you may be asking is, well, why aren't you showing the illumination? Of course, that's really what you want to see with this watch. And I tried, but my camera is not so sensitive in low light that it picks it up. It just really shows darkness. For reference, a lot of the sites you go to, it's going to seem like it glows profoundly. It's not as bright as the advertising would have you think. They probably, in all honesty, show it about 2 to 3 times brighter than it really is. But with that said, in a dark room, I like wearing it particularly in a movie theater. Even there with the light of a movie, it really stands out. It glows, particularly in the dark once your eyes adjust. Very, very bright, and just really cool. Other watches, the illumination will fade, and this one, those little guys there, you see on the side there, the tubes, they will glow. They will keep glowing and glowing and glowing for years on end, and it's just a real impressive sight at night. Again, not quite as bright as they show you, but even so, just very, very impressive and unlike anything else on a standard watch. Thanks for watching.